Kim Caldwell, and this is Hurray Kimmay TV, the people, places, products, and projects that make you say hooray. Today I'm interviewing Kai Fierle-Hedrick from Free Arts NYC, an arts organization that brings the arts to underserved children in the New York City area. Join me to find out why "there are no mistakes in art" is their motto. So Kai, welcome. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for having me here in the Free Arts office. This is such a magical place. I love it here. So for those of us that don't know, what exactly is Free Arts?
So Free Arts is a now 16-year-old nonprofit. We're based in New York City, and our mission statement is to provide a unique combination of arts education and mentoring programs for low-income kids and families all throughout New York City. And we do that in order to help them build resilience, which should then help them go on and realize their fullest potential.
I love that. I love that. So as you were saying, it provides them resilience. I was going to say, out of all the things that these underserved or low-income kids need, why the arts? Why is that so important? What skills can that possibly give them?
I think more and more people realize we're doing like youth and community development work, right? That there's no one solution. There's, you need to work with people in a variety of ways. You can't just work in schools. You want to work in communities or with parents. You can't just provide food. You also have to provide medical care. So I think this sort of unique piece that art brings, there's the basic, the basic value of just art and culture being a part of your life, right? Culture is what, makes us human. It's part of our sort of joy in the world and creativity. But also, if you want to get down to like more of that skills-based piece, there are studies that link involvement in the arts to increased problem-solving abilities, to persistence, to developing communication skills. They also link, kids who are highly involved in the arts to higher graduation rates, and those kids may go on to have, higher rates of employment and ultimately come and give back to their communities. So there's actually also a lot of research around the impact that art can have.
One motto that we have at Free Arts is "there are no mistakes in art." And I think that that's, again, what we try to tell the kids all the time. It's about the process, it's not about the end result. Mistakes can be turned into something great.
What does that mean to you, there are no mistakes in art?
I think it's the philosophy that underpins everything that we do at Free Arts and all of our programs. And I think the way we're using it is really to encourage kids to take risks, right? To try new things, because that's how you learn. If you only do what you know, you never grow. Right, you get better and better and better at these sort of this small area of which you are a master. But the way that you are going to learn and build skills is to step outside your comfort zone and try something new.
That's great. And I know we chatted briefly about this before, and you said something that really stuck with me, which is it's only a mistake if you stop there.
Yeah, I actually borrowed that from a really great woman I saw speak from Arts Corps out in Seattle.
It's awesome. It's such a strong thing for kids to learn. It's only a mistake if you stop there. That's fantastic. So you've actually been with Free Arts for over 7 years, right?
Yeah.
You've seen this organization grow, but what is it that you do here?
I'm the Director of Programs and Community Partnerships. So Free Arts is split into 3 different departments: programming and development, typical of a nonprofit, but we also have an engagement department with sort of volunteering and advocacy work. So I oversee one of those departments, all of our programs, and I also am responsible for maintaining all of our partnerships. And we work with about 40 different locations throughout New York City. Half of those are permanent, like housing facilities, schools, after-school programs, and half of those are through the Department of Homeless Services, shelters, and stuff.
40 different organizations that you get to partner with. That means that you get to reach so many different people, which I think is fantastic. Can you tell me about one of those kids that you've reached?
The first one who comes to mind, and it's probably because we featured him a lot, but also he's a real benchmark for our organization, is a boy named Ricky. Not a young man now. He comes to mind for me because he was one of the first kids I met when I started 7 years ago. He was 10 at the time, and now he's 17 and he's applying to college, and it's been a very sort of amazing thing and honor to watch him grow.
It means a lot to me. I feel like it's became a part of my life. Me personally, I love art and I want to pursue a career in art. So I feel this really helped me express myself and learn who I am through what I love.
But he really sort of represents the kind of impact we want to have as he's sort of moved through all of our different programs. He spent, I think, about 6 years in our arts mentoring program. and then moved into our teen arts program. So he's been in that doing portfolio mentorship. He did 2 internships in our office. He actually helped start that teen arts program because he was advising on it when we didn't have it a couple of years ago. I think I pick him because he's a real benchmark of what we're aiming to do and working with kids for a sort of longer period of time, from early childhood through to high school graduation. He's accomplished so much. He wants to be an artist. Not every kid goes through our programs and wants to be, but he does.
Wow.
He's very talented. He's worked really hard for it. He's applying to some great art schools now. So it's really been amazing to watch his journey.
Good for him, and good for you. It must feel really satisfying to see something so wonderful happen to somebody who's been in the program for so long.
It's been a huge part of my life, and I love it. Like, I love the people there. They're so, like, friendly. Like, they're always willing to help.
Really gotten the extended years, because the program used to be for children from 6 to 13, and now you've expanded it from 3 to 18, so you can really help kids go through their entire journey together. And in fact, you've even gotten families involved. What is the PACT program?
So PACT, or Parents and Children Together with Art, is actually our dedicated family program. So it's an 8-week art experience designed specifically for families. Whatever you call your family, we accept that.
Okay, good.
So families enroll sort of as a unit, and then over the course of 8 weeks, they go through a curriculum that asks them to slowly move from working on individual projects that might just be linked by a theme, like they'll use the color blue, to making projects that can then be assembled into something, to finally working together, all together on a single surface.
Wow.
As you can imagine, we did joke in orientation.
Yeah.
If you were working on an art project with your family of origin, things come out, right?
Yeah.
And that's kind of the secret magic of the PACT program, is under the guise of art making, families really get to explore how they're communicating and how they're interacting and the roles they're playing, and step outside those roles and hopefully sort of come away with some communication skills and strategies for maybe working out conflicts.
Wow, so besides just having a really great effect on the kids and what they're doing in their lives, having an effect on the entire family, like we were talking before, a different approach to helping these families, it can make such a bigger impact.
Yeah, and actually this fall I went to observe a PACT sort of week 1, which was with parents only, and it was really extraordinary to hear parents talk about the impact of the program and why they were coming. There was one father in particular who spoke about how he brought his daughter there each week because he wanted her to learn the value of hard work and the importance of learning how to dream. And that, it's just like, yes, that's what we're doing.
Yeah. So that really sets you guys apart. One of the other things that you said sets you apart is your volunteer program. Tell me about that.
Well, so actually all of our programs, in addition to serving youth and families, are volunteer-based. So what that means is that we, in our programs, guarantee a ratio of no more than, say, 3 kids for every adult in the room.
Wow.
Which is pretty extraordinary.
Yeah.
And we achieve that through the use of volunteers. So we actually mobilize as many volunteers each year as we serve kids and families.
Wow.
2,200.
It's phenomenal, really.
So we're a volunteer-based organization. Excuse me, we wouldn't exist without them. They really are at the heart of everything that we do.
I think volunteers is a really great way to get involved. What are some other ways for people to get involved in free arts?
So lots and lots of ways. I've mostly talked about volunteering with programs, but I would say we also utilize or embrace volunteers in our other departments. So supporting development initiatives, events, that sort of thing in our office, our art room here. So if you're not necessarily wanting to work with kids, there's other ways to get involved. We also have a corporate volunteering program that really works through our Free Arts Day program, or sort of one-off pop-up arts festivals. And it's a really wonderful way for corporations to do team building. So they essentially sponsor an arts festival and bring all of their employees and spend a day working at one of our sites with a group of youth. It's super fun.
Wow, yeah, what a different way to get your colleagues all together. That's really awesome.
Yeah, it's really, we've had a lot of enthusiasm around that program, so it's been really successful. And a great way to give back to New York and
absolutely
communities. Obviously then there's more traditional ways of supporting us, fundraising. If you want to donate, please do. And you can do that in a real wide variety of ways, directly on our website, through supporting events. We also just rebranded this past fall and launched our A to Z project, other English. And that is a really sort of extraordinary project driven by one of our board members who runs Red Peak Branding. And essentially they gathered together all of these New York City-based artists, designers, and had them design a brand new alphabet for us. And then you can go to our website and purchase merchandise that's printed with a specific letter or symbol that you really like, and all of the proceeds come to Free Arts. So
I love that. I took a look at the A to Z project. It's not only beautiful, but it does give back, which I think is so important. So definitely check it out. It's one of the coolest parts of your new branding on the website, and a great way to get involved. Kai, thank you so much. I think there's so many wonderful things happening here and so much more to come. So thank you so much for sharing with me today.
You're welcome. It was great to talk to you.
That's it for this episode of Hurray Kimmay TV. To find out more information, to donate, or to volunteer, visit freeartsnyc.org. And don't forget to tweet at me at Hurray Kimmay and tell me what makes you say hooray. Until next time, have a great day.